CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Yeah, Kevin. Absolutely. You know, Chad Henne gets the start today. It's his first career start in the National Football League. Remember, he's a quarterback, Kevin, that was tutored by Chad Pennington. He was a four-year starter at the University of Michigan. 47 games, a tremendous body of work. Now, remember, he did throw a crucial interception last week in that loss to the San Diego Chargers. And guess what? The players and coaches said he did not seem overwhelmed. He's going to be asked to make a lot of big plays in this game today. Well, I tell you what, Terrell Owens, 185 consecutive games last week. That streak is now over. But today, he's going to have a chance to make a lot of big plays simply because Marshawn Lynch is back. When you can run, you know you can throw. Marshawn Lynch is back after serving a 3-game suspension. I think teamed with Fred Jackson, this is the 9th-ranked rushing attack in the National Football League. A pair of tandem in terms of the running back that will give them an excellent chance to win the ball game.
It is 87 degrees here in Miami. Hot and humid. Dick Jauron is in his 4th season as the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Tony Sperano in his 2nd season as the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. And a reminder, this broadcast today is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. Miami will kick off. It's Parrish from the 9-yard line. Lead block by Jackson. And then belted on the play by Vontae Davis. A 17-yard return. Quarterback Trent Edwards became the starter midway through his rookie year.
And today he's going to be asked to really make plays. Get the ball first to Terrell Owens and make sure he uses the run game to set up the play action pass plays down the field. This Miami Dolphins defense, Kevin, have given up a lot of big plays.
Jackson will be in the backfield. 4 in the secondary from the 26. It's 1st and 10. You see Edwards, and he gets the low snap. Caught by Terrell Owens. He's out to the 29-yard line, and on the play, working on the rookie out of Utah, Sean Smith, on a gain of 4. Well, because of injury, last week's starting right tackle, Jonathan Scott, now playing the left side. That's the 3rd different left tackle for Buffalo in 4 games, and Terrell Owens had a streak of 185 consecutive games with a reception stopped last week. He caught one right there. 2nd down and 6. Jackson in the backfield. Offers a block for Jackson. The rookie Wood is out there blocking. As is Lee Evans. And he's out with the catch and run to the 48 and picks up 18 yards on the play.
Just good ball movement, excellent play fake to draw the defenders towards the quarterback by Trent Edwards. See the ball fake, and now he's wide open. Just all you have to do is execute the pass to Fred Jackson, and then he gets to the second level easily. I like the rhythm in which the Buffalo Bills have come out. They were smart getting the ball to Terrell Owens, put that to bed, and now allow the offense to go to work.
Reed is in the slot. It's 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line for Edwards. There's no huddle to Buffalo. Jackson with the block. Looking for Evans and defended on the play by Sean Smith. Miami's defense sports the number 3 run defense in the National Football League, and the nose tackle Jason Ferguson, one of the reasons why. Joey Porter battling a hamstring will not play. Charlie Anderson will start in his place. Secondary has been inconsistent. Jabril Wilson has been one of the targets. 2nd down and 10. Reed remains the slot receiver. Marshawn Lynch is eligible and will play today after serving a 3-game suspension. Ed Jackson. And Bell was down there, gain of 5. Also on the stop was Randy Starks, and they'll mark him at the 47.
And you mentioned the no-huddle offense by Buffalo. It's a no-huddle, but that cannot be confused with a hurry-up offense. They really are taking their time, making sure everyone's getting lined up. But what this does, it gives Trent Edwards, a very young quarterback, a chance to get a look at the defense seconds before the pre-snap. You can see Trent Edwards sacked on the play. Comes into today's game, haven't given up the 2nd most sacks in the National Football League. 10 coming in. This is number 11. It's a very young offensive line, Kevin. You can see they pinched the ends. Coming off the corner is number 91, and that's Cameron Wake. Remember, no Joey Porter in this game. Cameron Wake, 39 sacks in 2 years in the Canadian Football League. They wanted to get a look at him, and boy, did they get a look at him there.
We apologize for our audio problems. Punting will be Brian Moorman. And deep back will be Devon Bess. Hang time of 3.06. And brought down across the way, Cordo on the special teams. 36-yard punt, 11-yard return. A look at Chad Henne for the first time when we come back. Five plays punt for the Buffalo Bills. Now from the 26. 1st down and 10 for Miami. Ronnie Brown is in the backfield. Henne is a block by Long. Incomplete for Ginn and covered by the veteran McGee. It'll be 2nd down. The quarterback is Chad Henne, making his first NFL start today.
Yeah, this is a team that believes in the young player. They said, hey, we had been grooming him through the OTAs, the mini camps, training camps, giving him a chance, Kevin, to work with the number 1 offense because they expected him at some point during the season to come in and play. He didn't expect for it to be in week 4.
2nd down and 10. Henne with the fake to Brown. Outside to Ginn. Grabbed at the 30-yard line. Gain of 4. McGee makes the stop. They're moving McGee on Ginn all day long as we take a look at the offensive line. And the veteran Jake Grove will help the young quarterback today, Henne. And the last time Ted Ginn played against this Buffalo team in this building, his reception total 175 yards. It's 3rd down and 6. There's an extra defensive back in. That is Reggie Corner for the Buffalo Bills. Brought down. Kelsey got him. He went right by Vernon Carey. A loss of 6. Back to the 23. And Kelsey comes up with his 2nd sack of the season. 3 and out for the Miami Dolphins.
Just a speed rush off the corner. Come underneath. Vernon Carey's got to do a better job protecting the young quarterback, Chad Henne. By the time Henne reached the top of his drop, boy, Kelsey was right on top of him. Got to get better protection from the offensive line.
So the punt will come from Brandon Fields. Deep back will be Miami product Roscoe Parrish. Back to the 23. Hang time of 4-7. Oh, he's found a seam. And now he's being chased across the way. And the guy that punted, Brandon Fields, knocks him out of bounds. A 53-yard punt, a 31-yard return. Buffalo gets it when we come back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. Verizon Wireless, America's largest mobile-to-mobile calling family. And by the all-new Taurus from Ford. Drive one.
.31-yard punt return moments ago by Parrish to the Miami 46. The nickel secondary. Nathan Jones is the fifth defensive back. Lynch is in the backfield. And the slot receiver is Reed. Marshawn Lynch, after a 3-game suspension, hit and brought down by Crowder on a gain of 2 to the 45.
Boy, good news for the Buffalo Bills. They have the return of Marshawn Lynch. He gives them another running back who's tough to tackle. Another guy who can make big plays. 2 consecutive years over 2,000 yards since he came out of Cal. And he can wear down a defense. Along with Fred Jackson, they can make big plays and make it a little bit easier job for Trent Edwards.
Still the nickel. 2nd down and 8. Owens atop your screen. There's a block by Chambers. There's a catch by Lynch. Slowed by Adele. And brought down after a gain to the 41-yard line. Aiken Adele was there. It's a gain of 3 yards.
What a catch by Marshawn Lynch. This one's thrown a little hot, a little too hard by Trent Edwards. He wanted to go down the field, but he checks it down. But watch how this ball gets on top of Lynch quick. He one-hands it, but look how tough he is to tackle. Keeps the legs churning, and seldom do you see the first defender getting Marshawn Lynch on the ground.
Cameron Wake has come in on the defensive line. It's 3rd down and 5. They got Jackson and Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. The nickel secondary. Good block by Lynch. Edwards broken up nicely on the play. Defensive back Will Allen knocked it away. Led the team in tackles last week against San Diego. And it's a 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills.
Great protection. Watch how they protect it. See, everyone is blocked. Now, this is where the receivers have to win in one-on-one coverage. That time, they decided to go to Lee Evans. He could not get off Allen and get separation. He's got to be able to win in that situation and give the quarterback a clear target to complete the pass.
Bess is back for the Mormon punt. Mormon threw that touchdown pass and the fake field goal last week. And we've got some movement on the line. Our referee today is Carl Cheffers, his 2nd season as an NFL referee.
Neutral zone infraction, number 26 on the defense. His movement into the neutral zone caused a reaction by the offense. That 5-yard penalty will result in a 1st down. It
was 4th and 5, and it was Lex Hilliard right there who was guilty of the infraction.
And now the Bills are going to go for it. And Tony Sperano said, hey, we had gotten off the field. These are the kind of mistakes that the Miami Dolphins have been making. You know, they play good football. When you talk to many of the players, they'll say, hey, we're playing winning football, except for on the scoreboard. Well, that was a play that really goes a long way into helping you lose ball games.
Parrish's 31-yard punt return sets up this good possession. Jackson in the backfield, 1st and 10. And he's gang tackled by Bell and others as he works his way down to about the 30-yard line on a gain of 6. This is the number 4 rusher, is Fred Jackson in the NFL coming into this weekend.
Well, he really did a wonderful job running the football for the Buffalo Bills in the 3 games where Marshawn Lynch was out. You know, all by himself, really carrying the load. He's a tough guy to tackle. Either guy is capable of really breaking the back of your defense. You've got to tackle them to the ground and really know where they're at all times. Nelson is the 2nd tight end, 4 in the secondary, 2nd down and 4. They dump it off to Jackson, trailed by Adele. 3rd and 4 coming up. Yeah, Edwards is trying to dump it off. Maybe he has to go through his progression and read the defense a little quicker. He's got to speed it up a little bit and getting the ball to the running back. Wow, I could feel that one from here. Absolutely. I came in a trade with the Dallas Cowboys a season ago. 3rd down and 4.
Lynch and Jackson will be in the backfield with the slot receiver being Reed. 5 in the secondary, including Nathan Jones. They need the 26 on 3rd and 4. Chambers a good block. Incomplete. And looking for Owens, the coverage on the play by the rookie Sean Smith. He was a 2-year starter at Utah. He was a 2nd-round pick. And now they're going to try to punt.
Well, when we talk about accuracy, we're talking about ball placement. You got to get this ball out in front of T.O., not high and not behind him. If you get this one right in front of him, lead him over the middle. Now watch where the ball is placed. It's placed high and outside where the defender can make a play and keep T.O. from making a catch on the ball.
Now they've decided to try to go for 3. They brought out initially Mormon, and then running out late was Lindell. Here's a 49-yard try. Wide left. It looked perhaps like there was some confusion on the play. Lindell late to get out. Mormon looked like he was going to punt. Sperano's team holds. Dolphins get it when we come back in 8:40 in the first.
Welcome back. Score tied at 0. 8:40 in the first quarter. Terrell Owens did not catch a ball last week. 185 consecutive games with the catch until last week against the Saints. Had opportunities, ball overthrown there. This one he dropped himself, and then just good defense by the Saints. You want to know who's at fault? I think all of those elements played a part in T.O. not getting a catch. Just 5 away from becoming the guy to catch Marvin Harrison in terms of consecutive catches. As you can see all season long, been thrown to 15 times. They came out and got him the ball early today.
Hartline and Camarillo are the 2 wide receivers. Brown in the backfield. 1st and 10 for Henning. Polite, the fullback. Hit initially by Kavika Williams, then knocked down by Bugs, the middle linebacker. A gain of 7 on the play. They'll mark him at the 46.
It's been interesting. They've allowed Chad Henne to come out and throw the ball a lot in this game today. Already 4 passes. It's the 5th consecutive pass play by the Miami Dolphins. So they're allowing him to get into rhythm throwing the ball. First of all, it has to start with good protection up front from the offensive line.
2nd down and 3, no changes. Henning gives off to Brown. And they got Kyle Williams right there for a gain of 2. And Brown is out to the 48-yard line.
You know, we're going to see the Wildcat. I do believe the Wildcat is used as their supplemental run package. In fact, it's their primary way of running the football.
Panos comes in as another tight end. Ricky Williams has come in the game too now for Brown. 3rd down and 1. Ricky Williams will line up initially here as a wingback. 4 in the secondary. Henne from the University of Michigan. Ricky Williams, good block by Polite. Chased by Drayton Florence. He's got the 1st down. Turning the corner, he's down into Buffalo territory after a gain of 4 to the 48. Buffalo defense. Stroud has been terrific on that line since being acquired in a trade with Jacksonville. See the linebackers. Ellison has led this team in tackles 2 of the first 3 weeks of the season. 3/4 of the secondary is out. The mainstay McGee remains. All kinds of injuries back there. Henne is out. Brown is in that shotgun formation with a 1st and 10. Williams in motion and the handoff. And belted about the 48-yard line and hit on the play once again by Marcus Bugs. And we're going to say no gain on the play for Ricky Williams.
Yeah, but you know when they run the Wildcat, you know they want to run the football. Take a look at these numbers. 85 run plays last year, 6.4 yards per gain on the play. And look how many times they've run it this year. Every single time they use the Wildcat offense, it's been a run play 100% of the time.
Starters today out there defensively for the Bills. 2nd down, long 9. Henne back in. Brown in the backfield. Blocked by Long. Looking for the tight end Hanos, who was covered by the linebacker Ellison. 3rd and a long 9 coming up for the 2nd-year player Henne.
Yeah, tight coverage, and Henne's just got to put a little more air under it and drop it in over the top, allow the tight end to run under it. But he's getting a lot of opportunities, just has to settle down, start completing some passes.
Is there any change, you think, in the way they approach this game offensively with Henne in his 2nd year and his first career start as opposed to, say, Pennington?
No, clearly they've come out and already 6 pass attempts, and You know, they've run it a few times, but primarily it's been a pass play when hitting has been in the game.
3rd and 9. Corner is the 5th defensive back. Bess is in the game, and they're looking for him, and it's incomplete. He was covered by McGee at about the 41. It's 4th and a long 9. Another punt coming up for Miami.
Oh, the key is that you've got to get separation in your pass routes. Now, you got a player here and you got a player here, but look at the blue jerseys right next to every last one of the offensive players. And if you're Devon Bess, you've got to get separation. Work your way back. Work your way back. Ball comes out late, but well covered. Well coverage right there by Terrence McGee.
John Denny, the brother of Ryan Denny of Buffalo, with the long snap to Fields. Roscoe Parrish is waving his arm. He wants the fair catch, and that's what he gets at about the 11-yard line, and a hang time of 5-5. 36-yard punt. Well, we'll see what the Bills can do. Trent Edwards gets it for a 3rd time with 6:09 to play in the first.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light, with the just right taste that's not too heavy, not too light. The difference is drinkability. And by Lipitor.
Early defensive change here. Vontae Davis has come in for the cornerback Sean Smith from the 11. Buffalo with their 3rd possession. Missed a field goal from 49 the last time. Jackson in the backfield on 1st and 10. Good block by Nelson, the tight end, and Jabril Wilson among others, along with Jeremiah Bell. Usher him out of bounds about the 20 and a gain of 9.
His pass defense for Miami has come in much maligned, but today, how about the tight coverage we've seen in the early going? A white jersey right next to a blue one, laying licks, and then breaking up passes even to Terrell Owens. Remember, they came into this game having allowed 11 passes of 20 yards or more, 3rd most in the National Football League.
2nd down 1. This is Jackson. Good looking tackle outside by Jeremiah Bell. It's a loss of a yard. He leads the Dolphins in tackles, does Bell, the 6th-year player from Eastern Kentucky. On the defensive line now, they've got Soliai, they have Merling, and Langford. So some defensive changes on a hot day. This makes a lot of sense.
Well, you got to keep guys fresh, and I think you also have to keep changing up the looks against Trent Edwards and this Buffalo Bills offense.
Atlanta last week, Baltimore victims this week to the New England Patriots on 3rd down and 2, and they blew that play dead in mid-motion. Coming through with a lot of steam was Anderson on Trent Edwards.
False start, number 86, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
I want to share that score once again as the New England Patriots took care of Atlanta last week and Baltimore this week.
Well, I think that's really important. I think the Patriots aren't going anywhere. You know they're only going to get better as the season goes on.
Langford and Merling will come out on the defensive line. Culver is in. One of 5 defensive backs. 3rd and 7. Lynch is in the backfield with Jackson. T.O. atop your screen. Lynch. Jabril Wilson can't make the tackle. Oh, there he goes, Marshawn Lynch. And he's up to the 36, grabbed by Culver, a 23-yard catch and run by number 23 and a 1st down.
One of the reasons why they've given up so many big pass plays is because of their inability to make the tackle. Here, the opportunity for Jabril Wilson to tackle Marshawn Lynch. We told you very seldom does the first defender get him on the ground. He breaks that tackle and creates yards after contact. That's something Coach Tony Sparano said they had to be able to take care of.
1st and 10, Jackson. And hit on the play, Kennedell. As it brings Soliai and Merlin back on that defensive line with Langford. It's a gain of a yard. And spot him at the 38.
Yeah, we talked about the Dolphins giving up so many big plays in the passing game. When you face Peyton Manning one week, then Phillip Rivers another week, it's kind of hard to keep them in the box as you take a look at Paul Pasqualoni, the defense coordinator for Miami. But tackling would cure all ills.
4 in the secondary. 2nd down, short 9. Lynch. The 2 tight ends ahead blocking. Marshawn Lynch and to the 42-yard line. Aiken Adell is there once again on a gain of 4.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch is going to test the ability of your defense to tackle. He's going to test your stamina as the game goes on. So keeping players rotating in, as you can see the Dolphins running guys off, running guys in, try to battle the heat. Boy, you're going to need to stay fresh in terms of your ability to get Marshawn Lynch on the ground late in this ball game.
Starks comes in on the defensive line with Merling. Nate Jones comes in as an extra defensive back. It is 3rd down and 4. Vontae Davis still taking the place of Sean Smith. Lynch and Jackson in the backfield. Lynch. Great play by Channing Crowder and the entire defense. An avalanche of Dolphins thrown for a 4-yard loss. Back to the 39. Another punt coming up for the Buffalo Bills.
Sometimes you have to blitz your linebackers, as you saw from Crowder there. 52. See him crowd the line of scrimmage. Gives them an extra defender in the box along with the safeties as well. Jeremiah Bell is there and a host of other defenders to slam the door shut on Marshawn Lynch.
Good play by Crowder. Second leading tackler a season ago for Miami. The punt now will be Brian Moorman. 9th-year player out of Pittsburgh State, a little small school in Kansas. Devon Bess is back inside the 15. There is a breeze here. Circling around. Great punt. Bess will let it bounce. Oh, and it takes a great up. It went into the end zone. A hang time of 4-6. Moorman thought he was close. 61-yard punt. How about the defense of the Dolphins? 2:38 in the first quarter. Buffalo just punted for the second time in 3 possessions. First 2 possessions for Miami. 3 plays punt, 6 plays punt from the 21st and 10. Ricky Williams blocked by Polite. Knocked down by Florence. Gain of 8 to the 27. 0-3 Miami today.
I can give you 3 reasons why. How about losing the turnover battle? That's been a problem where they ranked 1st in that category 1 year ago. I think their lack of pass pressure has yielded few sacks. And the secondary, well, they've been victimized by a lot of big plays, whether it was against the Indianapolis Colts on Monday night or last week against the San Diego Chargers. They've got to be able to minimize the big pass plays.
2nd down 2 with 2 tight ends. Williams in the backfield. Polite with the block. Corkscrewing into the grasp of Kavika Mitchell. A gain of 3 to the 31-yard line.
I think Coach Tony Sperano does a really good job of getting his team ready. If you look at it, they rank very high in a lot of the categories in terms of 3rd down offense, time of possession, a lot of the things that they do very well. They just have not been able to finish off ball games and get the W at the end.
Here we go with the Wildcat, and he is gone. Ronnie Brown is back there with Polite. Ricky Williams atop your screen. 1st and 10. Fake. It's Brown and a whistle.
False start, number 66, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
Donald Thomas, who starts at the right guard, injured all last year with a foot. It'll be 1st and 15.
Oh, you got to maintain your discipline, particularly on the offensive line. I think the teams that get the best play on the offensive line today between the Dolphins and the Bills, that's going to be the team that's going to win it. Got to be disciplined, can't have the penalties to take away positive plays, and the team that protect their quarterback the best. I think that team stands an excellent chance of winning today.
Bess and Ginn are the 2 receivers. 1st and 15. It's Ginn on the end around. Polite with the block. Bess with the block. To the 48. A good-looking play. Florence with the tackle. 22-yard gain. 1st and 10.
Great deception on the play, where they get the offensive line pulling one way. Now watch the defense. Everyone's going one way while Ted Ginn's going the other. Then he gets vertical. I like the fact that he turned it up, but I think had he stayed outside, he would have gained even more yards on the play.
Starting defensive line out there for the Buffalo Bills. 1st down and 10. Ronnie Brown back in as the running back. 2 tight ends. Henny with great time. Got by Kelsey. Hit by Stroud. Scrambles for a yard to the 49.
Kevin, he had a receiver wide open over the middle of the field.
Not a lot of offense. We have had a lot of punting on a beautiful day in Miami. Important game for the defending division champion Miami Dolphins at 0-3 with the Buffalo Bills. He set a lot of records at the University of Michigan and in the Big Ten. Chad Henne taking the place of the injured Chad Pennington. Henne is 2 of 5, as you see, starting the 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 8. Cobbs in the backfield with Polite. Spencer Johnson on the defensive line for Buffalo. Cobbs in motion. Thomas with the block. Devon Bess. There's a block by Grove. A tackle made by Ryan Denny. Gain of 5 to about the 45.
Oh, really good blocking by the offensive line to try to spring Devon Bess. Watch how he'll flash right there.
Nice play by Long, too, at that left tackle.
Absolutely. And so the ability to get out in front and provide the blocking by Justin Smiley, the left guard, I think was the real key block on the play.
4 defensive backs for Buffalo on this 3rd down and 3. Ricky Williams in the game. Henne is the quarterback. Polite with Williams in the backfield. Good block by the tight end, Cobbs. Or make it Polite, excuse me. No, it was Cobbs, and Florence was right there. Cobbs was in, makes the catch. Florence makes the tackle. It's a gain of 10. It is a first down to the Buffalo 35.
Henne is starting to find his receiver. I think he's got to do a better job not locking in on his initial target. Look off the safety. Help to uncover the wide receivers by looking off the defenders, then checking it down. But so far, so good by the young quarterback.
Cobbs remains in the game. The slot receiver, Ricky Williams. It is a 1st and 10. 2 tight ends. Carey with the block. Henne, Camarillo. 16-yard line, right in front of McGee. Picks up 19. Another Miami first down.
So far, his best throw of the day. Great anticipation from Chad Henne. Now watch this one. He'll cut it loose before Camarillo makes the break. Steps into it, but look at this throw. Leading into the open area and away from the defender. Just a real good throw. Now he's starting to get into rhythm, playing much better. I thought he missed on some earlier throws, missed in terms of finding some of the open receivers early on, but now he's starting to get locked in.
Ricky Williams will get the direct snap, which was high. Spencer Johnson read it well, read it beautifully. A loss of 3. Back to the 20-yard line on that 1st and 10. I wonder how much time the Bills spent in practice this week working on this Wildcat.
We talked to the players. I'm going to look at it. Watch 91. There he is. Look at him just coming right down and able to beat Donald Thomas, the right guard, and really get penetration into that backfield for the Miami Dolphins. Bill told us they spent a considerable amount of time preparing for the Wildcat.
9th play of the drive. Ronnie Brown is in, and at the top of your screen is a receiver. 2nd and 13. 2 tights. Polite will lead the way for Brown. Kavika Mitchell, the ex-Giant who played on that Super Bowl team, shoves him out of bounds. 15-yard line on a gain of 5. And coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report, join JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowher for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's the Sprint Halftime Report being put together for you in New York. At the end of our first half, good-looking drive, 3rd down and 8. There was a 22-yard end around by Ginn. A 19-yard pass to Camarillo. 3rd and 8. Brown at the top of your screen with 2 tight ends. The fake to Brown. Henne. And coming up on him is George Wilson. No gain on the play. Back to the 15-yard line.
That was well defended on the back end by the Buffalo Bills. Remember, this is a Bills secondary missing 3 of their 4 starters, so they're locked into their coverage. Henne has no choice but to pull it down. As you can see, Wilson is in also for Brian Scott, who would be starting at the strong safety position. Dante Whitner out. Leotis McKelvin also out of today's game.
Look how good this guy is from inside 40. 13 to 13, 33-yard try. Miami is first on the board. Pass of 19 to Camarillo sets it up. We've got 11:38 in the first half. Henne leads the drive, 6 minutes, 65 yards, 33-yard field goal by Carpenter.
Real good job of distribution by Henne on that play. 6 runs, 4 pass plays. They go down the field, as you said, 65 yards. So he's improving as the game goes on.
Carpenter to Parrish at the 2. Miami's Parrish plays for the Bills and belts it out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, hit by Culver. 30-yard return. Look at Terrell Owens, who caught a pass in the very first play of the game.
During the return, holding number 38 on the return team, 10-yard penalty. Timeout.
Buffalo has more penalties on their special teams than any team in the NFL. 11:31 in the first half. What a thrill. You've been in his position before, Solly.
Yeah, you've got to be able to read the combination routes. He had a tip on that one and literally just jumped the route as soon as Lee Evans turned out. He knew the route was coming, and it's something the Bills are doing offensively that allowing these defenders to really play tight coverage on the Bills wide receiver.
Carpenter the kickoff. Roscoe Parrish at the 7. Got a block from McIntyre to the 31-yard line. Belton out of bounds on the near side. 24-yard return.
You know, Kevin, teams who have recently changed offense coordinators are struggling to take off. Remember, Chan Gailey's offense failed to produce in Kansas City. Jeff Jagodzinski was let go in Tampa. And then how about Turk Schoner? He failed to produce positive results in Buffalo. All three teams ranked in the bottom half of the league, but the Bills' 17th overall ranking is an improvement over last year. But now Alex Van Pelt steps in for Dick Duran's offense, and so far today struggling, haven't scored any points early here in the second quarter.
There was a late flag. It was a personal foul on Miami. There you take a look at Alex Van Pelt. First year as a play caller. His previous experience to this was a year in NFL Europe. He had been an offensive assistant for a lot of his career. He played 10 years in the NFL with 11 starts, a lot of that with Buffalo. From the 46, it's 1st and 10. Lynch in the backfield. Going deep and caught by Owens. Flag is down. He beats Sean Smith, who just came in. Flag has been tossed. The gain to the 15 as it stands now. A 39-yard pickup by T.O., his second catch today.
Offside, number 95, defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
95 is Ferguson, and he beats another rookie right here. Smith does T.O.
It's the 10th pass play of the game. The third time they go to Terrell Owens. He's able to beat the rookie. I think you've got to keep getting him the ball. I think you've got to believe that you can make plays against the Miami Dolphins secondary, even though they've already made a play against you.
Starting defensive line is out there for Miami. This is Lynch. There's a block on the play by Nelson, the rookie tight end. It's a gain of 2. Taylor among many over there, along with Starks. 2nd down and 8.
How about Alex Van Pelt coming back after the interception, remaining aggressive in his play calling and allowing Trent Edwards to throw the ball down the field? I think that takes a lot of courage for a young offensive coordinator.
4 in the secondary. 2nd down and 8. Lynch remains. There are 2 tight ends for Edwards. T.O. atop your screen. Lynch stuffed inside, down to about the 8 as they unravel down there. Looks like Starks, the ex-Tennessee Titan, no gain.
Yeah, also Kendall Langford. How about number 70? He's just gnawing at the ankles of Marshawn Lynch, getting penetration down low. And now as we're inside the red zone, this is where the Bills have to be able to take care of business, whether it's Langford or any of the other defensive players for Miami. Got to get them blocked up.
Nathan Davis comes in as the 5th defensive back. It is 3rd down and 8. 2 tight ends. Lynch in the backfield. Reed is the slot receiver. Lynch. Well, Wade was among many Dolphins that were in there. They throw him for a 5-yard loss. You see also getting off that pile Tony McDaniel.
It's just a young offensive line for Buffalo. Now, there's a lot of penetration. Look at Wade gets in, and you can see other defenders as well. There's just so many white jersey swarming to the ball, not allowing Lynch to get to the second level of the defense. Look at the offensive lineman just getting pushed back into Marshawn Lynch. There's a big offensive lineman hanging on every defender for the Miami Dolphins. This is a young offensive line, 42 combined starts coming into this game.
Ryan Lindell with a 35-yard try. He has missed from 49 already today. Denny the snap, and the hold for Mormon. He's good from 35. So after Miami had scored 10 points in 15 seconds, there was a long completion of 39 yards to Terrell Owens. It sets up a field goal, 10-3 Miami.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx. We understand your business could use a Dick Butkus pep talk. By Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Just under 90 degrees here in Miami. Beautiful view. Moments ago, a 35-yard field goal by Ryan Lindell. He has missed one from 49, split it from 35. Look at Owens. 2 receptions today after none last week. A 39-yard catch sets up that field goal.
Well, clearly they had to get over the disappointment of last week, having that streak come to an end. And they came out wanting to get him the ball. Of their first 10 pass plays in the game, 3 went to Terrell Owens. 2 of them were caught by him.
Cobbs and Ginn are deep back for Miami. Dolphins come in at 0-3, the defending Eastern Division champions in the AFC. Buffalo at 1-2. Bills lost to New Orleans last week. Miami lost in San Diego. Cobbs 4 yards deep. Fake end around again. Gets a nice block from Jason Allen. And then forced out of bounds across the way. 38-yard return. Bugs was over there knocking him out, and some scores from around the NFL. Some interesting ones.
Oh, look at that one. And Cleveland gave the Bengals all they could handle, taking it into overtime before the Bengals could come away with a 3-point win.
Graham got the field goal. He was the only kicker in the NFL a season ago to miss an overtime field goal. He gets one right there. 3-1 Cincinnati.
And yeah, except for that tip and that pass caught by Brandon Stokely in week 1, Bengals could be undefeated at 4-0.
Round in the backfield, 1st and 10. Henning. Looking for a block. He got it from his tight end. And a gain of 12 by Henny. That tight end block came from Fasano. Marking at the 46.
Fasano did a good job of blocking George Wilson, number 37. And he does a good job of keeping his head up the field. He could tell when he has no one to throw it to. He's going to use his legs. You could see Wilson is complaining about the block, but how about the Dolphins moving the ball, and this offense is beginning to work. Look at the play selection. 10 runs, 12 pass plays.
Nate Garner is in for Thomas at the right guard. There's a 1st and 10. Brown in the backfield. Garner with the block. And looking for Camarillo, who has already caught one for 19 today. Incomplete pass by Henny, who looks at the video board to see what just happened. As we look down from high atop here in Miami, the MetLife blimp providing today's aerial coverage. These beautiful scenics. Look for the MetLife blimps as we team up with CBS for more coverage this season. The numbers so far.
How about Dan Henning, the offense coordinator for Miami? They're allowing Henning to throw the ball. I mean, he's dropping back and he's cutting it loose all over the place.
Best atop your screen. 2 tight ends, 2nd down and 10. Brown, polite with the block. Stroud gobbles him up at midfield on a gain of 5.
Brown is the guy that really spearheads the run game, and he's capable of putting up big numbers, as is Ricky Williams. He's primarily going to carry it out of the Wildcat. I expect him to at least possibly attempt a pass today. You know, Henny knows the numbers that this Wildcat offense has been primarily run, 100% run all season long. Got to believe he's going to give the Buffalo Bills some kind of new wrinkle from the Wildcat.
Cobbs in the backfield. 3rd down, long 5. Brown is on the move. 4 in the secondary for Buffalo. Carey with the block at the right tackle. That's Devon Bess right in front of Drayton Florence. He gets the 1st down. He's at the 43. A gain of 6 and a 1st down.
We talk about the Wildcat being really primarily a run package. Here's how it works for Ronnie Brown. They have to have some kind of fake action. Here it's a fake reverse, and that's going to lure the linebacker on the 2nd level out of position. Now see that open hole there? That's where Ronnie Brown is going to read. And see the read there? He takes it right in the area vacated by the linebacker. We talk about it being 100% run. Look at the numbers in the Wildcat for the Miami Dolphins. They run it better than any other team in the National Football League.
Kelsey and Denny are the two defensive ends. It's first down and 10. This is the Wildcat. Crown busting free. He broke a bird tackle, and there he goes. First and goal to go, Miami. He was taken down by McGee and Florence. A sprint of 38 yards. McGee slow to get up.
We told
Brown isn't even winded, Solomon.
Yeah, we told you it's going to be a run play. And then, look, right up the gut. And there's the hole right there. Right up the middle every single time. Ronnie Brown does a good job of reading the defense. He knows where the seams are. The quick read and the quick hitting of the hole allows him to get to the second level, and now putting the Dolphins in scoring position.
Ricky Williams is in, first and goal at the 6. Hartline is atop your screen. Ricky Williams. He was tackled by Kavika Mitchell on a gain of 3 and spot him at the 3.
We talked about it, Kevin. You and I, we sat in our meetings. We're trying to figure out to what percentages run pass.
Right.
High percentage of run, 90% last year, right around 95, 100% run this year. Why aren't defenses locking in? That when the Wildcat is employed, when Ronnie Brown gets that direct snap, primarily a run play. He's a left-handed guy. If he runs to his left, possibly could pass it, but he's most likely going to keep the ball.
Donald Thomas has just come in as the right guard, taking the place of Garner. Second and goal at the 3. Ricky Williams. The push. The drive. No word yet. Nope. Shy.
Now, I think they've got to be able to run the ball out of their base package, because it's a strong tell that when they run the Wildcat, they're going to run it. But you've got to be able to have Henne in the game. You've got to be able to have him under center and still be able to run the ball. Remember, it was in this position last week against San Diego in their base offensive package where the exchange from Pennington to Brown resulted into a fumble, squandered opportunities in the red zone. Tony Sperano has said it. We've got to be able to capitalize on these opportunities. Third down, got to come with the power.
Garner comes in as the tackle-eligible third and goal at the 1. Williams in the game, looking for Polite and looking for Fasano, who got tangled up on the route with Kavika Mitchell. There is no yellow on the field.
I don't know if they got tangled up in terms of the footwork. I didn't see any contact initiated by the linebacker, Kavika Mitchell. Watch him in coverage, number 55, right here. Now, is there any contact? Well, he did hit that back leg, but I would have to say it's incidental. He tried to cut underneath Fasano. I think Fasano's got something to complain about, but that's just the feet of both players getting tangled up.
Garner still in as the tackle eligible. End of your screen right there. Fourth and goal at the 1. Ronnie Brown is in. Hanos is in motion. Brown, Polite with the block. That is a touchdown from a yard away for Ronnie Brown.
So they are able to power it in from their base offense. Behind the right guard, Donald Thomas. Right tackle, Vernon Carey. Getting push and movement, creating a hole. You love the way Brown is able to find the hole and then accelerate. He's just got to do a better job of securing the football.
Brown had that 38-yard gain, that run, which set up the goal-to-go situation. Carpenter is ready again to try to pile one through. So the Miami Dolphins lead it 17-3, 4:23 to play in the first half. Watch the run here by Ronnie Brown. That was good for 38.
Points come out of the Wildcat, and then down on the goal line, it's all about the power run game for the Dolphins.
Miami has scored on a field goal of 33 yards. An interception by the rookie Davis, taking it in for the touchdown, and a 1-yard touchdown run by Ronnie Brown moments ago. Watch Fantasy Football Today to get the last-minute news and analysis you need that will set up your fantasy league. Live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on CBSSports.com. Brown and Ricky Williams provide a very tough-to-defend 1-2 punch.
Absolutely. Both teams have a tremendous tandem of running backs. Who's going to be most effective today depends on the play of their offensive line.
Parrish from the 12, a block by McIntyre. Brought down on the play by Hilliard. 24-yard return. And the ball will be spotted about the 36-yard line. You take a look at Trent Edwards, who threw the interception a couple possessions ago, and it was returned for 6 by Davis.
Well, Trent has to settle down. First, I think he's got to get much better protection from the offensive line. There's been times when he has had good protection. We saw the interception, and we saw him not able to hit the wide receiver who was open.
See the quarterback comparison. 5 in the secondary, including Nathan Davis. Soliai is on the defensive line. 1st and 10. Lynch bottled up. Hit initially. Well, they had Crowder in there, and they also got a nice hit from Randy Starks. It's a gain of a yard to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and right now the Miami Dolphins defense getting the penetration that we saw in that last possession, making it very difficult for the Bills to even be able to run the ball. They've got to go with some quick passes, 3-step drop, get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback.
Lynch and Jackson in the backfield. Reed is in the slot. 2nd down and 9. 5 defensive backs. Chambers at the block on the blitz. Dropped by Lynch. And look who was out there guarding him was Paul Soliai, a guy playing with obviously a very heavy heart from American Samoa. And he knows that he has lost a couple of distant relatives in the tsunami earlier this week. There are a lot of relatives unaccounted for. So his mind is on a lot as he comes into today.
Yeah, his mind is on a lot. That time his mind was on Marshawn Lynch, and the big guy, 355 pounds. And boy, can he move in space.
Lynch and Jackson in the backfield. 3rd down and 9. There is the nickel. Low snap from Handgartner. Great pressure put on him. He had all kinds of people, like Reggie Torbor, the ex-New York Giant. And it's 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills. They got to punt again.
Kurt Chambers, the right tackle. Look right here. Cameron Wake right in the face of Edwards. Yes, he does escape, but still, while in chase, is forced to get rid of the football. The offensive line is allowing way too much leakage into the face of the quarterback.
Tony McDaniel is in there too. You take a look at Mormon, who booted one for 61 yards. This culminates their 6th possession. 3rd punt. Deep back again. From the 11-yard line, hang time of 5-1. Oh, what a block was thrown on the play by Jones. Out of bounds he runs. And he'll be at about the 19-yard line. A 10-yard return, a 55-yard punt tomorrow. Appropriately enough, on CSI Miami, there's a cougar on the loose, and she's ready for action. New CSI Miami tomorrow on CBS, America's most watched network. Again, will come off. Henny is out there. Well, what do you think of the second-year quarterback out of Michigan in his first NFL start?
I think he's displayed a lot of poise. His game hasn't been perfect. Maybe missed some wide receivers who were open, but I'm telling you what, here's a guy that is growing in confidence as this game goes on.
Ricky Williams in the backfield, starting defensive line out there for Buffalo. Hanos in motion, 1st and 10. Ricky Williams, Polite with the block. Long with the block, and then it was Schobel, along with Jarius Byrd. Gain of 5 on the play. Spot him at the 25. So Florence replacing McKelvin. Byrd replacing Whitner. Wilson taking the place of Scott Solomon. A lot of changes in that secondary.
And you can see Byrd hanging on for dear life trying to tackle Ricky Williams. But we talked about it, missing 3 of the 4 starters on the back end of the secondary. You can see the time of possession, doing what Miami always do, dominating in that area, also leading in overall first downs.
2nd down here. And a gain of 2 on the play as Marcus Stroud jumps on the back of Ricky Williams. And on the play, as he picks up 2 yards, they'll spot him at the 27.
And we talked about Dan Henne allowing Chad Henne to come out and throw the football, as he's already attempted 11 passes in this game. I think if the opponent is missing 3 of their 4 starters on the back end, you got to say, hey, let's take the training wheels off the young quarterback and allow him to go out and make plays. This is as good a time as any to allow Chad to throw the ball.
Cobbs is in. Bess is in. 3rd down and 3. 4 in the secondary for Buffalo. Henne. Camarillo. Tackled by Reggie Corner. the gain to the 33. A gain of 7, a first down. We're at the 2-minute warning with 1:54 to play. Miami on top 17-3. The owners or part owners of the Miami Dolphins are watching and enjoying themselves.
Mark Anthony and J-Lo having a wonderful time. They're enjoying the beats here in Miami.
First down and 10. 5 in the secondary. Good block by Carey. That's caught by Camarillo. Belted by Kavika Mitchell. 41-yard line. And a pickup of 7. Camarillo is at a nice day receiving. 3 receptions on the day, including a long one of 19.
And now watch Henne go to work in the 2-minute. This is part of the growing and learning curve in the National Football League.
Best at the top of your screen. Second down, 3, and here they come. Marcus Stroud brings down Henne at the 34-yard line. Stroud comes up with the hit, a loss of 8 on the play, his second sack, and they're going to spot him at the 33.
Speaking of learning curve, Marcus Stroud is teaching a lesson. Pressure in the face of the quarterback. He did a good job. Henne did, just eating the ball, making sure you have good ball security.
Timeout taken first by Miami. Coming up on the Sprint halftime report, join JB Dan, Shannon Boomer, and Coach Cowell for scores and highlights from New York on the Sprint halftime report. Warm day here in Miami. Dolphins have scored on an interception off of Edwards, returned for a touchdown, a 1-yard touchdown run by Ronnie Brown. Field goal by Carpenter, 3rd and 10. Ricky Williams and Brown at the side of the quarterback. Henne, 5 in the secondary, including corner. Ricky Williams hit by corner. Lead block by the center, Jake Grove, the ex-Raider, to the 46 and picks up 13. Another first down.
Paul Posluszny is out. Another defender, starter. And this is what you do if you're Ricky Williams. Smartly just pressing the line of scrimmage, hitting that first down marker.
Williams in the backfield, the nickel secondary, 1st and 10. Carey with another good block. Was that in the dirt? It was. And it was again the coverage by McGee. This field was just replaced. They played last night. University of Miami and the University of Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah, and Henne just really threw a bad ball. He didn't carry out his fundamentals. Got to step into the throw, threw it right into the ground, made it a very difficult catch for the wide receiver.
Schobel, Williams, Stroud, Kelsey on the defensive line for the Buffalo Bills. We've talked about the nickel secondary. It's second down and 10. Miami's got 2 timeouts. Ricky Williams, Ronnie Brown in the backfield. Bess is on the move. Good block by Long. And then a beautiful spin by Aaron Schobel, who knocks down the quarterback. That is the 4th sack, and Aaron Schobel comes up with his 3rd sack of the year, a loss of 4.
Watch, initially Jake Long has him blocked. See the spin move there, and Henne tries to step up in the pocket, kind of ran into that one a little bit. Jake Long just has to move his feet. Good pass rush by Schobel.
Another timeout. First half clock at 38 seconds.
Hey, thanks for the window seat.
No, please.
You got the presentation?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Oh, let me stow that for you, sir.
Thank you. You know, just to be safe, I used FedEx Office Print Online.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they printed and bound 20 copies of the presentation. Shipped it to Portland. They're going to be there waiting for us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You have a nice flight.
Thank you.
Print online. You upload your document, we'll take care of the rest. FedEx Kinko's is now FedEx Office.
It'll be 3rd and 14 after the Buffalo timeout. 2 apiece right now. Bess and Camarillo will be wide to the far side. 1 running back, Ricky Williams. Still the 5 in the secondary for the Buffalo Bills. They need the 44 of Buffalo. No time for Henne. Bad looking pass. Undershoots Devon Bess, the 2nd-year player out of Hawaii. It was not a good looking pass. It's 4th down.
What do we hear the good quarterback say? Sometimes on 3rd down, punting is not a bad thing. I think that's the case here, because the one thing you can't have happen if you're Chad Henne in this situation is to throw an interception or turn the ball over. So it was a bad throw, but the fact that they're punting and can take it in at halftime with a really nice lead, I think speaks well for the young quarterback.
Fields to punt. Waving it off is Roscoe Parrish, the all-time leader in average punt returns in the history of the NFL. from the University of Miami, playing for the Bills. 31-yard punt. There's a look at Walden, the ex-Kansas City Chiefs special teamer. Nice views as we're getting this today on a terrific early October Sunday afternoon. Glad you've joined us with Solomon Wilcox, Kevin Harlan, our entire CBS crew. Well, how would you, as you take a look at some of the numbers of this game, how would you wrap up Buffalo's first half?
Well, not really good. I think they did a good job of making sure they get the ball in the hands of Terrell Owens, but the run game has to get going and have to get better protection for the quarterback. Trent Edwards' offensive line has gotten off to a poor start.
1st and 10, 5 defensive backs. Jackson was in the backfield, and that is a Cameron Wake sack, a loss of 7. The former Canadian Football League star throws him back to the 20-yard line.
And he's eating Kirk Chambers alive. Look at this, just right around the corner. We already saw one up and under move, and now this one just right over the top. Trent Edwards is going to have a long day if this offensive line can't protect him better than that.
New tackles today. That's the end of the first half. A rookie returned an Edwards interception for a touchdown. Brown had a 1-yard touchdown plunge. 1-2. Defending AFC East champion Miami has done it every way today. 17-3 so far over the 1-2 Buffalo Bills. A reminder, this game today brought to you in high definition here on CBS. Solomon Wilcox, Kevin Harlan, and Miami with their young quarterback Chad Henne with a nice halftime lead.
And when we talked to them, they said that everyone had to play better around Chad Henne, and boy did they. I think it started with the defense and their ability to come out and put pressure on Trent Edwards. Already 2 sacks in the first half. The run defense has held Buffalo to only 26 yards rushing on the day. That kind of pressure yields coverage on the back end. Vontae Davis gets the interception return, it for a touchdown. And then how about the Wildcat featuring Ronnie Brown, a 38-yarder to set up yet another score for this football team. They're rolling. They lead the league coming in 3rd down conversions as well as time of possession. It's a tell because Miami Dolphins, if you win in those areas, they tend to win games. But the way the defense is playing, boy, this is a really good game, a really good showing by the 0-3 Miami Dolphins looking for their first win.
So deep back for the Miami Dolphins will be Cobbs and Ginn. And to kick off, Ryan Lindell. Miami swept the Bills a season ago. Cobbs at the 2. Fake end around with Ginn. A block ahead by Wake. Return to the 35 and brought down on the play by Jarius Byrd. 33-yard return. Chad Henne back out there to begin the second half.
Let's see how Chad Henne handles the team on this first possession in the second half. This is where you can really put teams away. The final possession of the first half, and then as you start the second half and you get the ball, boy, would you like to be able to put more points on the board.
Five defensive backs out there for Buffalo. Ronnie Brown is in the backfield. It's 1st and 10. Good block by Justin Smiley, the guard. That is caught by the rookie Hartline in front of McGee. Picks up 11 yards and gets the first down. Ryan Hartline, a 4th-round pick from the Buckeye program.
Boy, you think the offense coordinator, Dan Henne, has a lot of confidence in Chad Henne? Absolutely. They come out throwing the ball, arm strength and accuracy to zip it in coverage, to get the ball to the receiver where he can make the catch and stay in bounds. It's a hallmark for Chad Henne.
Still the 5 defensive backs. 1st and 10. Ronnie Brown to the 50. And a pile in there getting him, including Stroud among others. It's a gain of 3.
Look at those first half possessions for the Dolphins. A couple of punts in there. In fact, 3 of their 5 possessions, but you get 10 points right there. But they also got a touchdown on defense. So that's everyone really pitching in. The run game doing a good job. The defense, and then their ability to turn those turnovers into points for Tony Sparano.
Wildcats 2nd down 7. Ronnie Brown is in the backfield with Polite. Lead block by Long. Ronnie Brown to about the 46-yard line, and then he was met outside by Aaron Schobel on a gain of 4.
Wildcat means run in Miami. It means that Ronnie Brown's going to be handling the ball. You see Aaron Schobel come off. Got to worry if these guys is going to wear down, because remember, a lot of injuries to the defensive players for the Buffalo Bills. Look at that time of possession. Leads the National Football League, so they can wear down the defense over the course of 4 quarters.
Henny is back in. 4 will be in the secondary for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd down and 3. Ronnie Brown is in motion. Cobbs is in the game. A block by Long, the left tackle. Camarillo. He was tripped up by McGee. Works his way to the 36-yard line of Buffalo. Picks up 10 on 3rd and 3 and a first down.
This one's going to come right at you. Watch the velocity, the arm strength of Chad Henne. That's where, you know, he gives you a little bit more than Pennington. Pennington would give you the leadership, his ability to lead the offensive linemen in those weekly meetings and the wide receivers, get everyone on the same page. And with Henne adopting a lot of those skills and that work ethic from Chad Pennington, he brings the arm strength that maybe Pennington didn't have in the offense.
Spencer Johnson has come in for Stroud. 1st and 10, shotgun, and it goes right to Brown. A block by Cobbs. Drayton Florence, the ex-Charger, meets him at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Well, we were in Philadelphia last week. We talked to Andy Reid. He said, our Wildcat always produces good yardage. Miami can say it does for us as well.
Absolutely, averaging over 6 yards a snap, over 7 yards per Wildcat play during the 2009 season. I think if you were to talk to any offensive coordinator or any coach and you said, hey, if you can gain 7 yards per play when you run it, would you take it? Oh, they would be elated.
Another Wildcat. Yep, here's Ronnie Brown again. Ricky Williams atop your screen. Cobbs right next to him. 2nd down and 4. Williams will block for Brown. Fasano with the block. Hit by McGee. Out of bounds about the 26-yard line. That is a gain of 4. And I think he's got the first down.
Watch the wall of linemen out in front of Ronnie Brown. I mean, he's just going to take it all the way around, and very seldom can you run toward the line of scrimmage or run towards the sideline, I should say, for that long and still pick up positive yards. Look at that graphic. All runs, and look at the tremendous average over here. You love those numbers, Kevin.
Maben is coming as a defensive end. 7th play of the drive, 1st and 10. Ricky Williams. He got by Kavika Mitchell. And then was it a late? No, I'm not going to say it was. The tackle was made by George Wilson. He's in for Scott today in the secondary. It's a gain of 3 to the 23.
And right now they have the Buffalo Bills defense back on their heels. They really do have them off balance, running to the left, then coming back and running to the right. Now this one goes back over to the other side. George Wilson a little bit frustrated there, as right now they've been on the field for a lot of plays throughout this ball game.
4 defensive backs for the Buffalo Bills. Ricky Williams remains. 2nd down and 7. Bess atop your screen. Smiley with the block. Henne looking for Bess. Coverage by Drayton Florence. Replaces McKelvin. 3rd and 7.
Well, you like the way that Henne's aggressive throwing the ball. I thought he put that ball, it was overthrown by maybe 1 step beyond Bess, but he put it to where only his guy could get it. I think the worst thing you could do there is underthrow it and allow the defender to get his hands on the ball.
It was a flag. It was a late flag. As you take a look at the drive.
8 plays, 42 yards. We talk about the number of plays. 45 offensive snaps so far in the game. The Bills only 26 offensive plays. So over time, Tony Sperano's group keeping that Bills defense on the field here in South Florida. Boy, can it wear you down. And so you expect even more plays to be made by this Miami Dolphins offense.
Illegal formation, 2nd down and 12. Ricky Williams, Donald Thomas out there leading the blocking. And he's down to the 15-yard line. He was hit and brought down by Marcus Buggs. Wilson had a hand in it as well. Very close to the first down.
Yeah, the Bills are trying to swarm to the ball. Let's see if they swarm hard enough to hit. I would say Ricky Williams finished off that run.
16-yard line. You talk about Cobbs, Williams, Brown. I mean, what an arsenal.
Now, so often we talked about the tandem of running backs. They have a trio of backs, and you just named them. And I think all the more reason why you're going to keep pounding the run game to try to wear down the Bills defense.
3rd and 1 with 2 tight ends. Brown is on the move. Lou Polite. Usaka Polite to the 15. I think Solomon, he picks up the first down. He lost a hat right there. The 5th-year player out of Pittsburgh, signed last October. Before that, he was a Cowboy. Usually the lead blocker, and he gets the first down.
He loses a helmet, but he gains a yard. That's Philly. Well, he paid for that one.
Still the 4 defensive backs on the defensive line. Schobel, Johnson, Stroud, Maben. Out of Penn State, the rookie, 10th play of the drive. 1st and 10. Good block by Polite. Brown. Cut in the corner. Squeaks inside the 10 to the 9. Ronnie Brown picks up 7.
You know, in the National Football League, they tell you got to run north-south. You got to press the line of scrimmage. This one goes all the way around the end. You've got to have some real good blocking out front. You've got to have some misdirection. But watch him seal the corner to get Ronnie Brown around the end and toward that first down marker.
Don't you love patience in a runner as you take a look at the running back comparison today?
Absolutely. And both guys, you get tremendous results. 74 yards on the day from Ronnie Brown. And look at what Ricky Williams has done.
2 tight ends, 2nd down and 3. Polite corkscrewing to the 4. Bird among many in there for the Buffalo Bills with the stop. Bugs making a stop. Gain of 3. Solly on the play, down to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, we talked about Cobbs being that 3rd guy. How about Polite coming in, making it a 4th? Yeah. You can throw 4 strong runners, guys who are difficult to tackle out of defense. Boy, it's go a long way into softening up this defense, who are already short on players and undermanned. And then Chad Henne, I think that's what's allowing this offensive line to protect them. And Dick Jauron's just looking for someone to make a play.
Ricky Williams in the game. 12th play of the drive. 1st and goal. Timeout. Miami is called for the timeouts. 8:31 here in the 3rd. (24-3) is our score. After the return of 32 yards by Parrish to the 39, 1st and 10. Jackson in the backfield. And the block up front, that came from Levitre. Tackle made by Culver. It was on Jackson at about the 44 and a gain of 5.
Yeah, and you know, Miami Dolphins are coming after the quarterback. You take a look at Joey Porter, 2 sacks so far this year. And boy, they've done a good job of putting pressure on Trent Edwards. The way you slow down the pass rush of the Dolphins, you've got to be able to run the ball.
Porter has a hamstring. 2nd down and 5. Chambers, the block, intercepted. And it's picked off on the play by Will Allen with blockers ahead. He's brought down by Jackson. 2nd interception thrown by Edwards. A 20-yard return to the Buffalo 27. That is the 1st interception this season by Will Allen, the ex-New York Giant.
He reads the mail of Trent Edwards. He jumped this route as Terrell Owens turned up. Watch it. He beat T.O. to the ball. Now, we saw that happen with Jabari Greer last week of the New Orleans Saints, beating T.O. on the inside pass route. And now Allen does it here today. They're locked in on what the Bills are doing in their passing game. We've seen them steal way too many balls when Edwards is cutting it loose. They're beating the wide receivers to the point of the reception.
14th career interception. Ricky Williams in the backfield with Polite. 1st and 10. Good block by Smiley to the end zone for the tight end Fasano. Broken up by Bird. Broken up by Wilson. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Boy, look at this throw. Giving him a chance to make the catch, but the safety comes over. See, he tried to look the safety off, but Bird still comes over the top and is able to close in on the ball. There's 31 Bird. You can see the ball falls to the ground incomplete.
2 tight ends. Top portion of your screen. Best at the bottom. Ricky Williams in the backfield, 2nd and 10. Ricky Williams, Polite with the block. Donald Thomas with the block. Best with the block. McGee finally brought him down. Ricky Williams to the 17. Solomon, a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
They're really starting to wear down the Buffalo Bills defense. They're making plays, getting the blocks, getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers, and their ability to run the ball, whether it's Ricky Williams, Ronnie Brown, whether it's Polite or Cobbs. They're able to break tackles and get to the second level. And this Bills defense, they've been on the field pretty much all day.
Starting defensive line is out there. 4 in the secondary. Brown in the backfield. It's 1st and 10. Ronnie Brown out with the block. He tripped up by Marcus Buggs, the middle linebacker. There was no gain on the play. He was on the practice squad as Buggs a season ago.
In Miami, they're staying aggressive. Despite a nice, comfortable lead, you could see after the interception, they take a shot down the field with Anthony Fasano, and Tony Sperano is allowing his offense to really just tee off in the running game on the Buffalo Bills defensive front.
2 tight ends. Brown, here is the Wildcat. The quarterback, bottom of your screen, Henning. Brown, will he pass here, I wonder? Nope. Smiley with the block. Thomas with the block. Redwell, Bird, Kelsey in there. Gain of 2 to the 15.
You've seen him break that 38-yarder earlier in the game, right up the middle. That time, the Bills defense played it much better. But look at the rushing yards. This is what the Bills do. Came in 3rd overall in terms of their ability to run the ball is the Miami Dolphins, I should say. And 3rd in terms of their run defense. So, you know, Dick Jauron's group got to be able to stop the run, but then they've got to be able to run it themselves with Marshawn Lynch and Fred Jackson.
Ronnie Brown atop your screen, get in the slot. Henny under center, 3rd down and 8. 4 defensive backs. Fasano blocked by Bess. Brought down about the 7-yard line. Again, Bird was there. Kavika Mitchell was there, close to a 1st down at about the 7.
Nice tight end screen. Watch Anthony Fasano slips in under Brown, number 66. They just sneak it over. Nice, effective way to gain yards on the play.
Looks like they might go for it.
Well, why not? You're wearing down this defense. I think the Bills defense would love for him to kick a field goal here. Tony Sperano saying when you got him on the ropes, time to land the overhand right.
Ronnie Brown is in. Maben is coming as the defensive end. Brown, the dive, held by Stroud, down to about the 6. He should have the 1st down. They'll probably measure.
Well, you have your young quarterback, Chad Henne, in there. The reason why you can go for it here on 4th down is your defense is playing so well. You're pressuring the quarterback, Trinette, which your run defense is in a dominant fashion for Tony Sperano. So you kind of feel like, hey, let's go ahead and see if we can pick up another set of downs and try to get a touchdown here.
Tough day for Dick Jauron, as it was last week against New Orleans, and you see the chains out on the field. We've been thinking a lot this week as you see the closeness and just by the nose about Chad Pennington, who has been so instrumental in the development of Chad Henne.
Oh, he's taken a lot of time with Henne, and Henne has followed him around. You know, he's gone in and in terms of the film work, the study habits, the leadership, and taking the offensive linemen into meeting rooms, getting on the same page in terms of the protections, working with the wide receivers as well. You can see how good they've been on 4th down. 2 for 2 so far today.
Wildcat, the quarterback at the bottom of your screen. Ronnie Brown will get it. Jake drove the snap. A block by Fasano. Kyle Williams out of LSU limits him to a gain of 2 to the 5.
How about Ronnie Brown? He saw the blitzing linebacker coming right up the middle. Buggs just shot the gap, but he was still able to make a miss.
Do you like the Wildcat? You've now seen it 2 consecutive weeks with Reed in Philly last week and here today in Miami.
I like it for what it really is. If there was a real quarterback back there as a spread option, a primary pass offense, I would say that no, I think you can do that using some other offensive schemes. But if you just want to run the ball out of it, direct snap to Ronnie Brown like what we're seeing here, I think it's excellent as a run package. 2nd and goal at the 5. Brown will get the direct snap. Ricky Williams back there. The fake to Williams. The block by Grove and Smiley. It is a... Let's see, we have not been given a signal yet. How could it not be?
Yeah, it's got to be. There it comes. It's late. Well, that was a late call. Or
they act like they still want to talk
well, you
about
hold on here now. Hold on. No, they did not give it to him. Somebody raised their arms, one of the officials, and they waved it off. He was overruled on the play.
Let's look here. Let's see.
Bird
back. Okay.
I think his bottom was on the goal line.
The backside on the ground, but let's see from the blip.
That looked like a touchdown. I think he crossed the plane.
Right there.
I think he crossed the plane.
I think they're going to review it. I think if you're Sperano, you got to take a look at it. There goes the red flag.
But one official raised his arms, another waved him off and said, no, I had a better view. And they were so late. There is a challenge. And that's where we stand right now with 2:52 to play in the third quarter. Miami will challenge the call.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Monsters vs. Aliens. Get the hit movie plus Bob's all-new 3D adventure in the double DVD pack today. And by Geico, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Miami has thrown the red challenge flag out. The challenge, a run by Ronnie Brown. That it was a touchdown. It was ruled no touchdown on the field.
But let's see what happens here. His backside's going to touch the ground, so that's going to signify when he's down. And right there, as soon as he touches it, okay, right there. If you go back a little bit, I think as soon as this hit the ground, see, his shoulder had yet to break the plane, just as his backside had touched the ground. See, the shoulder hadn't even broken the plane, so I don't think the ball could have broken the plane when he touched down right here.
The ball is being held against the right portion of his shoulder pads with both hands.
Now, clearly, we could not see the ball from that vantage point, but here we go.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Third down.
I think it was the right call. It was a timeout.
Their second timeout.
Miami now will be left with one timeout. We're at 2:43 in the third. It'll be third down.
Well, they'll have another opportunity. As soon as his backside touched the ground, I think it was clear that right shoulder had yet to break the plane. And so even though we couldn't see the ball, I think from that shot you could tell the shoulder hadn't broken the plane. So how could the ball have broken the plane?
What did John Madden used to say? 2 cheeks equal a knee.
I concur.
And that sometimes some cheeks are bigger than others. Third and goal at the 1. The guy running in right there is a tackle eligible Nate Garner. He played some right guard today, too, for Donald Thomas. We don't know why Thomas left in the middle of a drive, but he came back in shortly after that. So here we are. Ricky Williams will be in the backfield with Polite. 2 tight ends on the left, tackle eligible on the right, third and goal at the 1. Hanos in motion. Henny, Ricky Williams, the dive, and no signal. Now it is a touchdown. He got in right there. Ricky Williams with the second touchdown run today for the Miami Dolphins. His second rushing touchdown this season.
Big play by this huge offensive line for the Miami Dolphins as Ricky Williams goes up and over. Jake Grove, Justin Smalley, Donald Thomas right in the middle of that offensive line getting movement. Boy, I saw a lot of blue jerseys getting penetration, so the athleticism and the strength of Ricky Williams to go over the top was really critical on that play.
And the Dolphins cash in on the Trent Edwards interception. Carpenter is out there for the extra point. 2 rushing touchdowns by Miami. A touchdown pass to Hartline, an interception touchdown return by rookie Vontae Davis. 31-3, the Dolphins crushing Buffalo. The interception by Will Allen sets up the 1-yard plunge by Ricky. 32-year-old Ricky Williams, number 2 Dolphin all-time rusher and backer Larry Zonka. So next to Fasano, 9 plays, 27 yards. And he punches it in from a yard. The ensuing kickoff. And this will be Parrish. 5 yards deep. He's going to bring it out. McIntyre leading the way. Oh, what a big-time hit. And it was thrown by Eric Walden and Lex Hilliard, number 26, who you see right there, a 24-yard return. Coming up, time permitting, after the game. The Subway postgame show from New York with JB and company. The latest NFL from New York. Reed will be in the slot receiving area. There are 5 defensive backs for Miami. Marshawn Lynch on 1st and 10. Driven back. All kinds of Dolphins there, including Jeremiah Bell. And it's a gain of 2 on the play. Another good hit put on by Tony McDaniel, and they'll put him back to the 22.
Kevin, I asked Tony Sperano what concerned you most about the Buffalo Bills. He said all their weapons. You know, Lee Evans, Terrell Owens, Lynch, Josh Reed, Fred Jackson. Well, these weapons haven't paid off today. I can't, for the life of me, figure out why they only have 73 yards passing so far in the game.
2nd down and 8. Nickel secondary. They're going down the side looking for Evans, who beats the rookie Davis, who earlier picked off Trent Edwards and had the return for a touchdown. That is a 25-yard catch to the 47, 1st down.
One of the few times we've seen the quarterbacks and wide receivers on the same page in terms of just having great chemistry. This one thrown to that back shoulder. Little fade route working against Davis, and Lee Evans is able to make the play.
First down since 11 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Lynch at the side on 1st and 10. Wrapped up, brought down by Tony McDaniel, who was acquired in a trade with Jacksonville earlier this year. Loss of 3 to the 44.
And that's one of the reasons. I think inconsistency for this offensive line. Remember, a lot of young players on the Bills offensive line. Remember, Demetrius Bell, he's out, so Chambers has to move over to the right tackle position as Jonathan Scott goes over to play left tackle. So you got a lot of players playing different positions up front on the offensive line.
2nd and 13. Lynch the block. T.O. can't lasso it in. There's a flag on the play. Trent Edwards took a wallop.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 70 of the defense, contact to the neck. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
2nd-year starter Kendall Langford.
Oh, and this is just a real bad play. You got to ease up on this one. Yeah, he's forced to throw it before he wants to, but you can't go to the head of the quarterback. And everything on the underneath routes. We've seen this even last week, even one over the top, where Edwards overthrew Owens last week. But boy, are they slow to really gain that chemistry between quarterback and receiver.
Jackson at the side, 1st and 10. Down he goes. Sacked again, 47-yard line. Jason Taylor along with Cameron Wake. A loss of 5 back to the 46.
This Cameron Wake is a really fine-looking player. As you see Taylor coming off the top. Look at both defensive ends. The bookends, they just pinched the pocket, destroying both tackles to get the sack on that play.
Fred Jackson is in the backfield, 2nd and 15. Down the side, looking for Evans. What a catch. He beats the rookie again, Davis, to the 11. He caught a 47-yard pass earlier, a 35-yard reception right there. 1st and 10 from the Miami 11.
And now we're seeing better chemistry between Edwards and Lee Evans. Evans just accelerates on this ball and closes it. Now look at that. Whoa, that right foot barely in bounds, but boy, was that good.
1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson in the backfield. Merling got a hit on him first of all, then he stutters his way down to the 5 and was brought down on the play in the secondary by, it looked like Merling on a gain of 6.
The best we've seen from the Bills all day.
Merling along with Wake on that defensive line. 2nd down 4. Starks on that line as well. Jackson behind the Handgartner block. Hit by Merling among others again on a gain of 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. When we come back, Buffalo will try to punch it in, trailing 31-3 on CBS. 3rd down 2. Buffalo at the Miami 3. A couple big receptions of 25 yards and 35 yards by Lee Evans. Reed, Evans, and T.O. are the receivers. Jackson in the backfield with Trent Edwards, who's been picked off twice today. To T.O. against the rookie. Incomplete. Working on Vontae Davis again.
Vontae Davis already given up 2 big plays to Lee Evans on this drive. Now they get isolation against T.O. This ball's thrown to that back pylon. I think he's got to stem the route and in an area where Trent Edwards can keep the ball in bounds. The two are clearly not in sync as much as they should be.
4th and 2. Same receivers, same backfield. 4 defensive backs. Caught for a touchdown. They beat the nickel Nathan Jones. The catch made by Reed, a 3-yard touchdown pass by Trent Edwards.
This time they decide to move the pocket, just a little rollout. Allow him to get on the edge of the defense where the pressure can't be in his face. Clear vision on Josh Reed as he gets the touchdown.
Reed with his first touchdown reception of the season. He caught 6 against New Orleans last week. He's got a great reputation in the NFL. More as a blocker, probably, because he's next to Lee Evans. Now you put T.O. in the mix. Sometimes he's the forgotten third guy.
And he's real good working the slot, as you saw right there.
Lindell, 31-10, 14:50 in the game. Edwards with his 5th touchdown pass of the season. They work on the nickel and come up with 6. Reed just caught a touchdown pass from quarterback Trent Edwards, who has thrown 2 interceptions today, 1 returned by Miami for the touchdown. There is Lee Evans, who had big plays on that drive, good catches of 25 and 35 yards, working on rookie Vontae Davis. And the ensuing kickoff, it is a squib, and Hilliard almost had it. Did it go 10 yards on the onside kick? Bobby April is the special teams coach for Buffalo. Lex Hilliard is the one, I think, to vacuum it in as you take a look at one of the more respected special teams coaches in the NFL.
And yeah, he is a good one. But it didn't work there. I thought it was good strategy. You've got to be able to get the ball back, but Miami executes on the special teams play.
Culver comes up with it for Miami.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. To us, nothing's more important than being there. Sprint, official wireless service sponsor of the NFL. And by Bud Light, with the just right taste that's not too heavy, not too light.
Onside kick attempt by Buffalo, recovered by both Hilliard and Culver. Culver dug it out of there, 1st and 10. Ricky Williams, Polite with the block. Panos with the block. Tackle made by Mitchell and by Ellison. It is a gain of 4 to the 36. And NFL.com will give you scores and highlights. October National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The NFL and NFL players collaborate with the American Cancer Society, running a national screening reminder campaign. Visit NFL.com/pink to learn more. The bills of caps, all kinds of pink on display. 2nd down and 6. Williams in the backfield. Polite with the block. Bugs along. They're in Schobel there. And a gain of 2 to the 33. Aaron Maben, the 1st-round pick out of Penn State, taking the place of Kelsey on this particular drive at the defensive end for Buffalo.
How about the National Football League to raise awareness for breast cancer and the things that they've done, and even the players in all 32 clubs playing a role in it. And this day that we've seen is, I think it's something very special all around the nation. The National Football League contributing to fight breast cancer.
5 in the secondary, 3rd down and 4. Cobbs among the receivers out there for Henning. Bess into McGee, 1st down to the 28-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 3rd down and 4.
All right, Chad Henning has been smooth all day. Little bumpy start from the beginning. You see we isolated on Devon Bess, getting separation from Terrence McGee, working back to the ball to get the completion for the young quarterback. They said everyone needed to get better around Chad Henning, and boy have they. They've run the ball well, they play good defense, and even these young wide receivers are starting to make plays.
Kelsey has come back in the game. Spencer Johnson is in for Stroud. 1st and 10. Garner has come in for Donald Thomas at the right guard for Miami. End around. Hartline And tripped up by Chad Kelsey. Chris Kelsey. Let's go to New York.
Hey, Kevin and Solomon, after spotting the New Orleans Saints a 17-3 lead, take a look at Thomas Jones, hard running up the middle, a 15-yard touchdown. That cuts the deficit to 7. Saints up 17-10, just starting in the 4th. Back to Kevin and Solomon.
New Orleans took care of Buffalo last week.
Got ourselves a ball game down in New Orleans. The Jets aren't giving up without a fight.
Ronnie Brown is in the game, 2nd down and 11. Knocked away. Boy, did you see the drive by George Wilson? Came shooting in from the secondary. Knocked the ball away. The former receiver, George Wilson, loss of 7 on the play.
Now playing strong safety. There you see him right there, coming right up the gut, beating Anthony Fasano. How about the fact that he played possum? See, he just stayed there until Fasano turned out, and that's why he was able to shoot the gap and get pressure on Henny. Henny's got to secure the ball in that situation.
3rd down 18. White will come back in for one of the tight ends. Stroud is back in on that defensive line. Spencer Johnson remains at the other defensive tackle. Aaron Schobel and Chris Kelsey at the defensive ends. 3rd and 18. Ronnie Brown. Ellison makes the stop. Keith Ellison makes the stop at about the 35. It's a gain of a yard.
Good sequence of plays by the Buffalo Bills defense. Yes, they've been on the field almost all day for more than a half, playing 64 snaps already in the game. But how about the job done there? Dick Duran tries to go for the onside kick. They don't get it. They give the Dolphins great field position, but for the Bills defense to stop them there, that was a huge sequence.
To punt is Fields. By the way, Carpenter's long is about 50 yards. This would be about 52 yards, 53 yards. Parrish is back. Little knuckleball right here.
Push his ass in there.
And caught down there by Jason Allen. Hang time of 4-1-8, 28-yard punt. Well placed at the 8. Good job by Fields. 10:53 in the 4th. 6 plays punt by Miami. Edwards takes over at his own 7, 1st and 10. In the backfield with him, Jackson. They've gotten back to the line of scrimmage right there. Stark's got a hand on him.
You know, T.O. caught a pass on the first play of the game. For the most part, the Dolphins done a good job defending him. This ball thrown too high for him to come down with it. Comes back to make that catch, but not able to get into his routes because of the close coverage. Can't be a happy camper. Thrown to 5 times today. 2 catches, only 43 yards. So I think part of it is that the Miami Dolphins defense is doing a good job. And I think some of it is the fact that T.O. and his quarterback are still working to gain the chemistry that comes with time working together.
6 defensive backs, 2nd down and 10. Jackson slithering. Nate Davis makes the stop. Out to the 10, gain of 3, and a flag is down. So now going with a 6 defensive look. Defensive back look is Miami.
Holding, number 73, offense. Half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
Kurt Chambers has had a real long day trying to keep these defenders. Here you see him right here. Look at that. Let's see if we got him right there. Yeah, I think that can be considered holding on 91, Cameron Wake.
Will Allen is a defensive back. Jeremiah Bell, Nate Jones, Wilson, Culver, Sean Smith. 2nd down, 14. They need the 18. Jackson is back there. Evans, Reed, and Owens. Owens bottom of your screen. Jackson. He broke 1 tackle of Starks. He was tripped up by Bell. He's doused at the 12. He picks up 8. 3rd down coming up. Jeremiah Bell, a good one.
Yeah, they are able to get a little bit back on this draw play to Fred Jackson, but the run game has not been effective enough to keep Trent Edwards in this offense out of 3rd and long, where they face another 3rd and 6 right here.
Torbor and Channing Crowder, 2 of the linebackers out there. 3rd and 6. Jackson hit by the aforementioned Torbor. And a loss of about a yard on a play. They also had Will Allen in there.
3 receivers in the route, and none of them can get open. By design, Trent Edwards, even though the protection held up, could not find an open receiver. Excellent coverage on the back end for Miami.
So Mormon, who's got a 61-yard punt in his arsenal today, will punt for a 4th time, and deep back will be Devon Best. Long snap from rookie Garrison Sanborn from Florida State. Good hang time. Best at the 37. Hang time of 4.6. Anything over 4.5 is decent. Tackle made by Wendland. 9-yard return. 52-yard punt. Dolphins will get it back at 8:19 in the 4th when we come back.
TV's #1 news show, NCIS Los Angeles, Tuesday, only CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Ford F-150, built Ford tough, and by the newest $5 footlong. Try the spicy buffalo chicken footlong. Subway, eat fresh.
Pretty picture. We're right between Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Touchdowns today, 2 1-yard touchdown runs by Brown, 1 by Williams. Touchdown pass, Hartline caught it. Interception returned by the rookie cornerback Davis. For the Buffalo punt from the 46, 1st and 10. Ronnie Brown in the backfield gets the pitch from Henning. A block by Polite. A dive with a tackle made by Maben at about the 48 on a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down. Well, tonight on 60 Minutes, a crook who had a Ponzi scheme like Madoff's is now in jail. But unlike Madoff, he's talking about it on 60 Minutes tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. It's 2nd down and 7. Ryan Denny's little brother is out there. He's a long snapper today, and Ryan Denny himself is on the defensive line right now for the Buffalo Bills. On the right defensive end. 2nd and 7. Here comes the aforementioned Denny. Knocks the ball away, and it was loose. It should be a fumble. And as you see, Donald Thomas, did he get on the ball? He sure did. He has been alternating today with Nate Garner at that right guard. We were just talking about Ryan Denny and his brother John out here on the field today.
Watch this play by Denny. Jumps right over Ronnie Brown to come and get the sack and the strip. So, Kevin, he wanted to make you proud, along with his brother. Look at this. This is just one incredible athletic play.
That is a sack. The 6th on Henning. Take a look at Ryan Denny, who's out right now. And Aaron Schobel is in for him. Stroud is on that line with Williams and Chris Kelson. 3rd down and 12, and a timeout has been taken. Clock at 6:51. We're in the 4th, and Miami circling over their 1st win of the season. We'd like to pass on our thanks to the MetLife Blimp for providing aerial coverage of all the drama below. Look for the MetLife Blimps. Snoopy 1, Snoopy 2. They pass through a town near you. So Henny today in his first NFL start, 14 of 22. Touchdown pass, 115 yards through the air.
And he's the guy that, you know, it's the Chad Henne era, but look at a lot of these guys since Dan Marino, since the 2000 season. 4 different starting quarterbacks, some familiar names, Culpepper, Harrington, and Trent Green, Pennington, and now Chad Henne is getting a shot to lead this football team.
Well, in October of 1983, Dan Marino made his start for the Miami Dolphins. They lost that day by 3, 38-35. After the game, Don Shula said, even though we lost, I feel very good about my team and especially my young quarterback out of the University of Pittsburgh. Of course, that led on to those great numbers right there.
Yeah, easy call when you put up numbers like that.
So here is Henne, a record setter himself. Started every game at the University of Michigan. Started as a true freshman for the Wolverines.
He said it took about till his 4th game, he said, against Iowa. He said before everything started to slow down, I could just see the game in pictures. And he said, yeah, it's probably going to take a few more games at the NFL level, but I can tell you today, he's made some good decisions, and just the poise and the composure gives him a chance to go out and play winning football.
There is the nickel secondary. 3rd down and 12 after the timeout. Brown in the backfield. Brown got by Williams. He's chased by Kavika Mitchell. He's hit on the play and doused by Aaron Schobel. Loss of a yard back to the 43. And Miami will have to punt for a second consecutive time.
Good defense, and watch how they get out to contain it. See, once you can come up and contain it by Kavika Mitchell, and then the other blue shirts can rally to the ball to limit the game.
And a punt coming up now for Brandon Fields. He's out of Michigan State in his third year. And there's Roscoe Parrish trying to get loosened up. He'd like a bigger role in this offense. There are a lot of people in front of him. Fifth-year player out of Miami. Parrish, a former second-round pick. And Parrish back at the 7. Hang time 4-1-3. Got a bounds on the near side by Miami's Eric Walden. 51-yard punt, 17-yard return. Wednesdays on Showtime. The Emmy Award-winning Inside the NFL is back. Join James Brown, Phil Simms, Chris Collinsworth, and Warren Sapp on the longest-running show on cable. Inside the NFL, Wednesdays on Showtime. And let's take a look at some of our numbers from today. The 2 picks off of Edwards.
Chad Henne, 14 to 22. He's looked good. Ronnie Brown's done a good job of running the football. And Camarillo, you wouldn't think he'd have more catches in this game than Terrell Owens.
The 22 with both Jackson and Lynch in the backfield. Always hit by Jason Taylor and devoured. Getting some help from Tony McDaniel. Taylor comes up with his second sack. I guess they're going to give him a half sack earlier, a full sack right there. Sack number 122, a loss of 9.
And watch how he's just coming relentless. Ball has to come out on time for Trent Edwards. When you're forced to hold on to it, bad things happen. You go down to the ground and you go down hard. Jason Taylor told us he is elated to be back in a Miami Dolphins uniform.
There are 6 defensive backs on second down and 19. Here comes Taylor again. Jackson. Hemmed in. McDaniel with a hit. Then brought down at the 22-yard line. Tony McDaniel makes the stop. Gain of 8 on the play. Again to the 21-yard line.
Talking to Jason Taylor, and he was talking about Dorothy being able to go back home again. He said, I have been able to go back home again, and he is happy to be back with the Miami Dolphins as we watch Fred Jackson try to elude tacklers. But Jason Taylor is enjoying playing football.
Still the dime, 3rd and 11. Taylor's got him again. He threw it away, but he threw it at the feet, it looked like, of an offensive lineman. They say intentional grounding as Jason Taylor came streaming in. There's a conversation among the officials. Taylor thought it should be a sack. He was in the grasp. It is a sack, a loss of 8. His second sack today, and officially for Jason Taylor, 2.5 sacks. Now the punt coming up from Brian Moorman. Von Bess is back. John Denny the long snap. Hang time 4-5. Von Bess out of Hawaii. And George Wilson is right there to bring him down. It's an 8-yard return on a 53-yard. Von Bess caught 293 balls in college at Hawaii. Coming up, time permitting, after the game, the Subway postgame report. James Brown, Dan Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowell for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's coming up on the Subway postgame report from New York. See the stadium here clearing out. How about the Jets, who were riding a nice early season, losing to New Orleans? New Orleans has got to be the talk of the NFL right now.
Yeah, and looking like they could possibly move to 4-0.
Oh, Ricky Williams on 1st and 10. He breaks a tackle of Wingley. He's hit by McGee, and he's wrestled out of bounds at the 30. A 28-yard burst and sprint by Ricky Williams.
After such a long layoff, we saw Ricky Williams come back last year. But this year, boy, does he look good. Look at this run. Look at the speed and acceleration, and then the power to break tackles at the second level and fight off defenders with a stiff arm. You got to know he's getting better as the 2009 season goes on. When you throw this at a defense, along with Ronnie Brown, it allows you to be one of the best rushing offenses in the National Football League.
Looked like Donald Thomas, the right guard, was sealing off someone. Miami's got over 205 yards of rushing today. 1st and 10. A polite block. Here is Ronnie Brown. Wendling again cannot make the tackle. Was he over the pylon? No. Out of bounds. Inside the 1. That was a 29-yard buzzsaw.
And that was the 69th offensive snap by the Miami Dolphins, wearing down this defense. We saw the run by Ricky Williams, and now Ronnie Brown. They're just blowing gaping holes through the Buffalo Bills defense. And while they have fought to try to keep these runners hemmed in, sooner or later the dam will burst.
Nate Garner has come in as a tackle eligible. Look at the rushing yards. 1st and goal at the 4. Ronnie Brown is in the backfield. All those tight ends out there, including Hannes on the run. A polite block. Here goes Brown, outracing Wilson, and he will walk in for 6. His 2nd touchdown rushing today from 4 right there.
Well over 200 yards rushing 2 weeks ago right here at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And now they're doing it again. They can run the ball as well as any team in the NFL. And the backs they have, they can throw 4 of them at you, Kevin.
Yes, they can.
And gobble up yards and wear down your defense at the same time.
Extra point by Carpenter. 38-10. Miami now looking every bit the part of the division champion they are, the defending division champion.
And when we visited with this team, you didn't get the sense of panic, even from their coach Tony Sperano, even with the players, even though Chad Pennington out for the year and they're bringing in Chad Henne. From every player that we talked to, every coach, well, there was a sense of calm in their building where they knew that they can get it going because Ronnie Brown said, hey, we're playing well. We're doing everything except winning on the scoreboard. So I think that's why they were able to come into this game with a great deal of confidence.
There were a couple concerns coming, in fact, more than just a couple for the Miami Dolphins. And one of those, red zone scoring, that has not been an issue today for Sperano and his Miami team.
I think there was anything that concerned them, it was their ability to not win the turnover battle. You talked about it in the red zone. They had the turnover last week. I think that was an issue. And I think the back end of the secondary, we talked about having given up a lot of big plays. But we even saw coming into this game, boy, did they tighten up their coverage on Terrell Owens, Lee Evans, and the wide receivers for the Bills. But they've improved in every single way.
So Miami has 3 rushing touchdowns. Jason Taylor has 2.5 sacks today. And Terrell Owens will have, I'm sure, some interesting things to say. This is his lack of what he said last week. I guess you could put it that way. It was such a buzz around the NFL, but Miami is going to create a buzz with this, and a little chip shot on the kickoff and taken by Fred Jackson. He gets a block from the reserve tight end, the rookie Nelson. He was brought down on the play by Davis. He's out to the 41, 16-yard return. Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS returns with doubleheader action. The Raiders and Giants, the Super Bowl champion Steelers and Lions, Patriots and Broncos, and most of Florida will get Jacksonville and Seattle. That's next week on CBS. It all begins with the NFL today. Buffalo begins it at the 42, 3.5 to play. Buffalo is going to drop to 1-3. Miami will go to 1-3. 2-3-6 in the secondary now for Miami. Edwards. It's a block from Scott. It's out to Lynch. Block out there by Levitre. Sean Lynch, who they were going to ease back in, is finally brought down by Kendall Langford, easing back in. He's touched the ball a lot today. He's been in a lot. That was a 23-yard catch and run to the 35.
And he'll show you why on this play. The acceleration, the energy in which he runs the football, I think makes him a weapon and a threat to go the distance every time he touches it. And watch him finish off this run.
1st and 10. Good block by Lynch, and here comes Trent Edwards, and looking for T.O. Did he get his feet down? They say he did. He was working on the side, working on Tyrone Culver. It's a 17-yard pickup. He's out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Well, there's no doubt the Bills came out with the intent to get Terrell Owens the ball. Remember, first play of the game, they threw him the football, still looking to get the ball into his hand. So
that's the first catch of the second half for T.O.
Absolutely, but not from a lack of trying.
True. A big 39-yarder earlier in the game. 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Lynch at the side of the quarterback, Edwards to the end zone and looking for Evans. Backed away, good coverage by the rookie Sean Smith.
We've seen Evans turn into a defensive back on that play. You thought Smith was going to intercept it. Evans just kind of knocked it out of his hands. Look at this. This is playing defensive back by Lee Evans.
Well, he's a smart receiver. We talked to him yesterday. 46th consecutive start today. 2nd down and 10. Nelson, the rookie tight end, is in tight on one side. Lynch is in the backfield with Trent Edwards, who's thrown 2 interceptions today. Petrie with the block. T.O. can't hold on. The 10. Coverage on the play by Sean Smith, who has been crediting the 9-year veteran Will Allen with a lot of his personal development at that cornerback position.
Oh, this is why you can't have much to say in those press conferences. You're talking about a lack of saying anything, because when you have opportunities, you've got to be able to finish it off and make the catch.
6-time Pro Bowler, 9 1,000-yard receiving seasons for T.O. 3rd and 10. Reed, Evans, and Owens are the receivers. Here comes the blitz by Davis. They get it off to Lynch, and fighting off a block from Handgartner with some great defensive play inside was Jones along with Torbor. It is a loss of 2 back to the 20-yard line.
He beats Handgartner. Watch the center. See, he can't make the block right here. You've got to be able to secure that block to get the ball carrier to the next level.
Reggie Torbor. So we're getting down now close to that 2-minute warning. See if they try to sneak in a play before. Jackson at the side of the quarterback on 4th and 12. Blitz again by Davis, chasing Edwards. He will look, and it's picked off. They should have left it in the end zone. Nonetheless, Will Allen comes up with the pick. Allen with the interception. That's his 2nd today. Edwards has thrown 3 interceptions. What a horrible day for the Buffalo Bills. Miami on top commandingly, doing it with offense and defense. Will Allen just picked off the quarterback Edwards, his 3rd interception thrown from Buffalo QB. New quarterback is in now for the Miami Dolphins. 2nd-round pick rookie Pat White. Primary backup the first couple games. #1 all-time leading rushing quarterback in the history of D1 college football. 1st down and 10. Lex Hilliard is in there blocking for the running back. That is Cobbs, leaning to the 6, and a gain of 2. The versatile Patrick Cobbs out of North Texas. Good day for Chad Henne.
Really good day for the young quarterback. I thought he kept his poise. I thought he handled some tough situations very well. 14 of 22 and buck 15. And the Dolphins have 22 more plays than the Bills, and their ability of Chad Henne to move the chains, pick up 1st downs, convert on 3rd down, allow them to have more offensive snaps than the Buffalo Bills.
2nd down and 8. Miami, by the way, is out of timeouts. Cobbs. And he had a nice block by Joe Berger on that defensive line, a former unrestricted free agent with Dallas. 9-yard pickup by the player Patrick Cobbs.
Well, Cobbs is one of those guys we talked about. You know, every time they bring one of these runners in for Miami, boy, do they run hard, and boy, do they break tackles.
Tell me about Buffalo, Solomon. Where do they go from here now at 1-3?
I think they're reeling a little bit, and they've got to spend more time between the wide receivers and their quarterbacks getting in sync. The timing of the offense. The ball has to come out quick because it's a young offensive line that's not given a lot of protection to Trent Edwards, so the receivers have to anticipate the ball coming out much faster.
They host Cleveland next week up in Buffalo. The Jets are here next week against the Miami Dolphins. Rushing touchdowns. Ronnie Brown had 2. Ricky Williams had 1. There was a touchdown pass to the rookie Hartline. There was an interception returned by the rookie Vontae Davis. Terrell Owens Couple receptions today. Tony Sperano with a much-needed win. And Miami goes to 1-3. Buffalo falls to 1-3. Edwards, tough day with 3 picks. Couple Stanford guys there, Camarillo and Edwards. The brothers Denny meeting. For Solomon Wilcots, Kevin Harlan. 60 Minutes begins it tonight on CBS. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.